You're listening to Hotep-Ish with your host, Dwan B. Intelligent ish talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
What up, y'all? We are here live. Hotep-Ish. Intelligent-ish talk. Intelligent shit talk. Where we balance the profound with the profane. Cats be like, why do you call it Hotep-Ish, Dwan? Because I like to make it very clear to people who actually think Simone Sanders, aka E.J. Johnson, has their best interest at heart. People who think like that, this ain't one of them zones. Y'all like calling us Hoteps because, you know, we see through the bullshit. So I own it and claim it, Amanda Seals. The Hoteps ain't disappointed. The Hoteps ain't confused. The Hotep-Ish motherfuckers knew this was coming 2 years ago. That's why it's called Hotep-Ish, intelligent-ish talk, intelligent shit talk. To make the lines clear, we can't save everybody. The people running around confused about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are the ones that call us Hoteps. So yes, I claim it. And fuck you for trying to bring a bad vibe to that word. You dig? Dwan, why do you cuss? Dwan, why do you crack jokes and talk about people's mamas? Because it's fun. Oh, but you're a teacher. You work with children and you spread knowledge. Why must you add the curse words? Because I like cussing, motherfucker, that's why. The realest person you know in your life, your grandmama, your auntie, your uncle, your grandfather, your dad, they tell you the truth, however it comes out. It's the skinny person in the suit that don't curse you need to watch out for. I tell people that all the time. The everyday dude that talks shit, curse, and smoke weed and drink a little bit, that's not your problem. The person that's most likely to deceive you is that clean-cut, skinny motherfucker in a suit that don't cuss. claims not to smoke or drink. That's the motherfucker you gotta watch out for. Anytime you've been deceived in life, who have you been deceived by? A skinny motherfucker in a suit that don't curse, claims not to smoke or drink. That's the motherfucker running game on you. So if you can't take how I deliver it, be gone. What's up, Gavin, in the chat room? Gavin Richard. Check out Gavin's show. Gavin has a show where he does a weekly update. I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday. I forgot what day of the week it is. Tell him in the chat room, Gavin. But shouts out to Gavin in the chat room. That's a good brother right there. I'm with you, Meech the Grower. I do not trust metrosexuals. I don't. I call myself a retrosexual. I'm a retro man. That's what I am. I'm a retro. I don't get hurt when people say little ass things. You'll never hear me tell another man, "Why you hating?" Ooh. I'm a retro. I wear jeans, sweats, basketball shorts. I don't wear prissy items. I'm not fashion forward. I'm a retrosexual. There we go. Gavin just put his the days he does his show, and I put up here his chat room. I mean his show link name. Salute to you, Gavin. Gavin's one of the brothers in the new black media, bringing information to the people. Yeah, I am a retrosexual. I go back to the old school men that don't. We talk shit and take care of our women. We love our women. I'm a retrosexual, but we respect the differences between men and women. Before I get into it, let's just go there before we get to talking about E.J. Johnson. I mean Simone Sanders. Y'all see that picture? Don't she look like E.J. Johnson? I know Magic had to take a hard double look at that picture when he saw this. He was like, "God damn, my son got some big ass lips now. And what's up with my son's hairline?" Simone Sanders has a non-foundational hairline. But before we even get all it, what's up, Evan? What's up, Star in the chat room? B. Watts, Guru Cam. Salute to everybody. I can't get to everybody, but salute to all y'all. Gregory X, Teddy, Lamont. We here. But with all this gender confusion shit they have going on, I made a post on Facebook the other day, and someone had got mad at me for talking about how I'm not going to support this gender confusion. Even Bruce Jenner coming out talking about, hey, women shouldn't play men's sports and all that shit. All this gender confusion stuff, black folks, don't let these people bully you into changing how you talk, into changing and thinking it's okay that girls that decide to be boys and boys that decide to be girls can play sports. Don't get caught up in that bullshit. Don't get caught up in that. All this gender confusion stuff is going against universal law. The 7th law of Tahuti. I want y'all to look up the 7th law of Tahuti. The 7 laws of Tahuti, I should say. What we're breaking right now is the 7th law. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principle. Gender manifests on all planes. This is in the Kabbalion. All right? This is in the Kabbalion. Think about it for a second before we get into our program. If you want to plug a light up, you need a plug, which is the male end, and a socket, which is a female. Without a male and female principle, you don't get light. Positive, negative. Try turning a battery on with just two negatives or just two positive. It won't work. You need positive and the negative. Try to stick a pole in the hole without a hole. If you just have a pole in the flat ground, two poles can't do nothing. Somewhere needs to be a hole for that pole to stick in. That's the masculine and feminine principle. This is how life works, period. Everything in life, your drawers. Look at your dresser in your bedroom where your drawers are. There's a hole, a fitted space for the masculine drawer to fit in. Literally on every plane is a masculine, feminine principle. Your keyboard on your computer. You have square keys that fit into square holes. Masculine, feminine. Everywhere you look in life, there's a masculine and a feminine principle. And when people start to disrespect the masculine and feminine principle, is when nature fights back. Because you can't have anything in nature on the masculine without the masculine and feminine. You have masculine and feminine lions, ants, whales, dolphins, insects. I was in Lake Arrowhead this week, out in nature. That's why I've been coming here to see you guys. That's why I wasn't here to talk to y'all. I wanted to go live, but being in nature like that, I didn't want to disrespect nature by being out of my technology. So I sat the phone down, took a few pictures, but for the most part, I sat the phone down and I was in Lake Arrowhead. I rented a house in the mountains. And I was just watching nature, watching animals, watching birds. And I was looking at the hummingbirds as they were coming by and eating from the flowers. The hummingbird had with the long beak, sticking his long beak into the feminine flower to take the pollen and then go feed other trees with the same principle. Every angle you look at it, there's a masculine and feminine principle. So when society tells you to ignore nature, to push an agenda they just came up with 5 minutes ago, that falls on you if you accept that. You gotta think. You cannot go with every single agenda society pushes onto you. Society once said slavery was okay. Society is currently saying prison slavery is okay now. What's up, everybody in the chat room? So we got to take this shit back to nature. We got to take this shit back to nature. When society tells you to ignore nature, that, my friend, is a problem. That is a problem. Don't fall for it. Because think about all the agendas this society pushes. This society tells you it's okay to bomb other nations for their natural resources, deprave their economy so their residents have to come here to work. Society tells you that's okay. Society tells you it's okay to omit black people from the building of this nation, even though we're fucking 90% possible for this nation being the way it is right now. Society tells you to omit that, and it's okay. Society tells you that it's okay that men and women fight each other while everyone's ignoring the children. Black women rock and black girl magic and black men are toxic masculinity while nobody's thinking about the fucking kids, boys and the girls. Society pushes all kind of stupid agendas. So do not fall for the agenda just because society says this is the topic of the week. You feel me? But we're about to get in to this topic right now. We got 145 in here, 88 likes. Hit the like button, people. Share and subscribe. Please do. And before you get all in, look, I got my new t-shirts up on the website for sale. Reparations now. They want to talk about all that bullshit? Okay, yeah, y'all can talk about all that all you want. Run me my check. Get yours, get your snapback, get your t-shirt right now on the website, Hotepish.com/apparel. Also on that website, I have my live drum. If you go to my link tree, which is going to be in the description box, I have my live drum sample packs for all of you musicians and producers who need a live drum sound. Go get my sample packs right now. I got my book, No Time to Waste. Everyone who was in the initial class webinar, I appreciate you. You should have gotten your email last night with a link to this coming Sunday's follow-up to the webinar. See, people, when I do a webinar, it's not just to take your money and say I did something. This shit is to help folks. I do this shit for barbecue. My lips stay greasy. I do this. But I gotta thank everybody for the Yelp reviews and the Google reviews. I got a bunch of 5-star reviews for the webinar. And we're going to have a follow-up to see how people are doing with the information given. No Time to Waste is a self-motivation guidebook on how to get off your ass today. How to get off your ass and do the things in life you were born to do. I start the book off by teaching you how to find out what that thing is you want to do. And then once you figure it out, the steps to making those thoughts become a physical reality on this plane. That book will also be in my link tree. Yeah. I would love to go back to Atlanta. Atlanta's dope. Somebody said make your way to Atlanta. I would definitely go back to Atlanta. What's up, Boston Queen? What's up? Lisa Smith, she said toxic feminists while we're here now. Yeah. What's up, hey, Dr. Sinister? I saw you in the 5150 chat room yesterday, dog. You a fool. I saw you in the 5150 chat room yesterday, Dr. Sinister. That shit was funny. He said, homies. I ain't even gonna say what Dr. Sinister said about, but it was just funny as hell. I want to go to Kansas City. I want to buy some property in Kansas City. I got some dope friends I got 2 dope friends from Kansas City. They don't know one another, but I know both of them. Reggie Flannery, he's done this show a few times, and my homegirl Gianni. I want to go to Kansas City. Boston in the house. That's right. I want to go to Boston just to see all the historical shit. But fuck the Celtics. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Laker fan, man. I'm just glad I was there to see my Lakers win the 2010 finals against the Celtics in Game 7. It was so dope being there in attendance, watching Kobe win his 5th and final championship. But yeah, we about to get it in. Bootlick Remorse. It looks as if the Bootlicks are remorseful for what they've done, selling out black society. What did James Brown say? You sold me out for chicken change. These motherfuckers ain't even get chicken change. Somebody said they moving to Albuquerque in a couple years. Damn. Albuquerque, shit. I've driven through Albuquerque, but I don't know if I want to move there. Salute to you. But yeah, we got some dumb traitors. We got some traitors. Simone Sanders did what she did. She stomped for Joe Biden. And the funny thing is, Professor Black Truth back in 2018 said this was coming. She did all that stomping for Bernie Sanders and then Joe Biden. And now she's stung and disappointed that she didn't get the press secretary job. You see her right here. I mean, man, this how EJ looked when EJ had lost all the weight. She looked like both EJs. She looked like lost weight EJ and chunky EJ. How does she look like EJ Johnson at both sides? She looked like chunky EJ and weight loss EJ. But Simone Sanders says that she really thought that she was going to get the press secretary. I'm over here struggling with how I talk. She said she thought she was going to get the press secretary job. She thought she was so much a shoe-in, she played Junior Seau for Joe. Do y'all remember when she came in and tackled that person for Joe? Let's go ahead and do a replay for the people who may not remember this. Let's see this and let's talk about it.
In the neighborhoods we come from, the three.
Okay, security comes. And you see EJ Johnson down there with the pinstripe suit on. Look at it. Look, watch this. Get him. Huh. Huh. Get over here. Let's see that one more time. Huh. Don't touch Master Joe, you bitch. One more time. Huh. I'm about to give me some good butter biscuits today. I gotta keep saying this. This is funny as hell. Master Joe gonna give me some. Ooh, I was gonna beat press secretary now. Master Joe ain't got no choice on making me be press secretary now. I Simone Sanders. I got you, boss. I got you, boss. Ain't no hurt, harm, or danger gonna come to you, boss. I'll wrinkle my pinstripe blazer for you, boss. You ever think about this shit? Look at this. First of all, look. I know EJ Johnson don't wear too many. I know EJ don't wear too many dresses, but this had to be staged. So this was the day you decided to wear a pantsuit, EJ? You's not gonna harm mass on my watch. Look at my fade. Hey, peep her fade though. Simone got that 1993 Roy Jones fade right here. She got that Roy Jones versus James Lights Out Tony fade. You see that fade? You's not gonna plays with my massa. You's not gonna play with me. Moses said she Terrell Scuggs with makeup on. Right. She went on stage in her 1920s detective blazer, pinstripe, looking like an extra in Dick Tracy. She wrinkled her blazer and her pantsuit to tackle for Joe. And now she's here in this picture looking like a court jester with his makeup on. Come on now, why does she look like a black Joker card? The big ass blue eyes, the overpronounced eyebrow makeup, and the red lips. She looks like the small Joker. Dr. Sinister says she got to be a bull dagger. And that's my dad's old word. My dad used to use that word all the time. Oh, that's a bull dagger. That's my pop's word. Oh, man, get this bull dagger out of here. See, one thing about niggas, we ain't shit. We really don't mind the feminine lesbians. We really don't even be tripping on them. We really don't. Like, dudes don't get, like, all this black people hate gay people. That's bullshit. We are not tripping on the feminine ones. But when they come around trying to act, talk, and walk like us, see, this is the thing that dudes got to deal with. This is what y'all don't realize about the bull dagger style lesbian, the manly ones. Dude, if you're a man in the chat room, after I say this, hit the number 1 if you've had this experience. You run across the Simone Sanders looking bull dagger lesbian, not the feminine one, the Simone Sanders one. But their hairline, but usually the lesbians, their hairlines be better than Simone Sanders' hairline. Their hairlines be better. I don't know what the fuck hairline she got going on here. But usually they got a dope, crisp hairline. It's the summertime. They in a linen suit. Clean than a motherfucker. But every time you walk past them, and you look like a dude, so I'm going to say, what's up like a dude? Nod my head, what up? It's always the bull daggers that give you that angry, mean look on their face. See, dudes, especially black men have a protocol. You acknowledge, you see another black man, if y'all make eye contact and see him, it's just a man thing to be like, what up? But the bull daggers ain't got that. See, look at all the brothers hitting number 1. You like Guru Camp, they waves be on point. Sometimes you look at them, just say that like that. Goddamn. I know that's a lady, but damn, them waves is, the waves and the hairline is crisp. What up, dog? And they got that angry look in their face and look at you back all mean. Appreciate the Cash App, Florida Culture. Like they be looking like dudes, dressing like dudes, acting like dudes, but they don't know dude protocol. I understand people who aren't black men. I understand the media only tells you all black men do is hate on each other. I know the media tells you all black men do is talk shit and we're toxic towards women. I know the media tells you all that shit. That's not true. Let me tell you the real truth on how black men behave. There's a general respect amongst black men. Like to the point to where if a black man walks past another black dude and that black dude kind of puts his head down and looks the other way, the first thing a black dude think is, oh, that nigga must have been raised by his aunties. He weird. That nigga must be effeminate in some kind of way. Because real men, solid men, when we make eye contact, we acknowledge each other's presence. At least here in LA. I don't know how it is. I know New York may be a little different. Y'all niggas is mean in New York. But I know at least here in the West Coast in LA, and I also know down south too, because I spend a lot of time in Texas. When brothers see one another, there's a general mutual respect that we have for one another. I got somebody ringing my doorbell, And no, I'm not answering it. That's what that ring you heard was. Nigga, if you didn't tell me you was coming, I am not answering my door when you get here. Don't y'all hate that shit? Somebody just show up at your door ringing the bell? I got a vacancy right now in one of my apartments. I got a vacancy going right now. So sometimes you'll get some, and I don't even have my apartment number listed, but they'll still find my shit and want to ring my doorbell. Get the fuck out my face. If I don't answer your call. Anyway, that's another story. But you better not show up at my goddamn door without making an announcement first. I ain't answering shit. But yeah, the brothers have this general respect. She said prior to Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, that could have been Jehovah's Witnesses. In that case, I really ain't answering the door. The last time, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the cool thing about the coronavirus is it stopped the Jehovah's Witnesses from coming to our doors. But they had kind of stopped coming to my door for a long time. Because the last time the Jehovah's Witnesses came to my door, I was smoking a joint. And they said, you know, we are here. We want to pass you some information. I said, well, before you pass me that information, and I hit the joint, I said, before you pass me that information, I got a question for you. What did Jehovah witness? They were like, huh? I said, yeah, you Jehovah's Witness. What did the nigga say? Did Jehovah witness a couple midgets flying? Is that why? Like, did Jehovah witness, you know, what the fuck did he witness? Why what are you witnessing? Did you witness Jehovah raise a dead pig from the barbecue grill or something? They was like, what's this nigga talking about? I'm like, shit, well, y'all tell me y'all witnessing. What did you witness Jehovah do? Were you stuck on the 405 freeway in the carpool lane with your car shut down? And did you witness Jehovah come by like and pick your car up and set it on the side, like off the freeway, and get you home safely? Like, did Jehovah fly you home in your car, like on some Back to the Future shit? What did you witness Jehovah do? And I mean with your own eyes, nigga, not what they say. I can read that. What did you witness, nigga? That was the last time that motherfucker came to my door. I was like 3 years ago. I took that interaction and made it a joke on stage. Because that's really how the interaction went down. I was like, I was high. I was like, man, that shit was pretty funny. Let me make a joke out of this. So I went back and I wrote down a little bit of what happened. I made a whole joke out of that on stage. But that's how it really happened. I said, I need your personal stories of what you witnessed Jehovah do, nigga. I don't want you telling me what to read. I can read that myself. You came and knocked on my door. So that means you got a story to tell me. Back to Simone Sanders. She's disappointed that her professional white ass kissing did not get her the job that she wanted. Which pushes us and turns us to Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales is somebody. Tasha said you be invited in for coffee and cake. Oh, hell no. Nah. I am not going to invite no Jehovah's Witness inside my house. No. Tasha said she invited them for coffee and cake. Oh, hell no. Nah. Anyway. Simone, no. Amanda Seales. She's somebody who's been fairly annoying to me for a long time. Because she goes around and tells unfunny jokes about black women, and it's not really that funny. And she talks about how smart she is. I'm smart. I got a Ivy League college degree. I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm smarter than you. And you ain't shit because I'm smart. Anytime somebody got to run around and their defense is I'm smart, you know you're dealing with an educated fool. Like what Curtis Mayfield says on If There's a Hell Below. Educated fools from uneducated schools. You a fool if you think your degree in our particular field of study makes you smart. Those are incongruent lines. This is coming from someone with a college degree. When I graduated college, I had a dumbass to the left of me. I had a dumbass to the right of me. I had dumbasses all around me. In school, in the library, in the parking lot. The university was filled with dumb motherfuckers. Because the secret to getting a college degree is just to keep taking classes. Pass more tests than you fail. And you get a funky ass little piece of paper. That's all you need to That's all you need to graduate college. Go every day. Do the work that's assigned. Pass more tests than you fail. And you'll get your little piece of paper. It doesn't mean you're smart. It means you're persistent with putting up and completing meaningless tasks. And this is the woman who also falsely accused Myron Rolle. Speaking of scholars, this is a brother who had gotten the Rhodes Scholarship. Take that money, but fuck Cecil Rhodes. The Rhodes Scholarship was built off the De Beers Mining Foundation's money that it stole the blood diamonds from what's now Zimbabwe and South Africa, what used to be called Rhodesia. The whole Rhodes Foundation comes from the blood diamonds in former Rhodesia. Turned into a Rhodes Scholarship. That's blood money. But I have no problem with that brother accepting that money to get his education. Myron Rolle played football long enough to put some money to the side to become a doctor. She accused this man of rape. And it wasn't even her she was talking about. She was telling a secondhand story from someone else. This is the same woman, Amanda Seales, who her own castmates of her show didn't invite her to a party because they don't like her attitude. Let's go back. Before we go to what she said last week, let's go back to what she said last year. Last year, when those of us with our heads on straight were talking about Kamala Harris's record and why she's going to be bad for us and why she's no good for us, Amanda Seales, recorded this video right here. I'm going to play it and then we going to talk about it. Go back to the beginning. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I got my audio straight. Oh, yeah, the audio straight. All right, cool. Let's go back to the beginning of this video.
We have a black woman VP running mate, Kamala Harris. This is not the time to start with your Kamala Harris hate. This is not the time. Refer to the video I just posted. We gotta get real bottom line focus right now. We can't have detracting. We can't have shading. We can't have, but I want it. That ain't it. Everybody gotta get on board.
That right there was the advice of the smartest person, quote unquote, in the room. The person who herself always claims to be the smart one. When it was time, because the time to question a politician's political record is during the time they're running for office, right? Right? The time to talk, she said basically, the people who were exposing Kamala Harris's record were hating. Jen says she got a lot of cats. She do look like a cat chick. She does look like a chick that has a dozen cats. Just by the way she acts, because don't no man with his head on straight want to be around this. You don't want to be around her for a couple reasons. The way she act. And look, niggas know crazy. Look, men with their heads on straight, we know crazy when we see it.
We have a black woman VP running mate, Kamala Harris.
Look, just look.
This is not the time to start with your Kamala Harris hate. This is not the time. Refer to the video I just posted.
That look right there. When niggas see this look, it's like, man, I'm going to give her a fake phone number or something. See, back in the days before the social media got popular, I'd be a hit it and quit it. Nowadays with social media, you wouldn't even hit it. Like, oh, no. This is like the kind of bitch that's going to show up on your front door at 4 a.m. with a lollipop and a bag of McDonald's saying, hey, let me inside. I'm sorry. When fellas with their head on straight, when we see this look, we like, oh, hell nah. That look like 18 years of problems. That's a crazy ass look. And this is the one telling us what we need to do. She looks like she has, you right, whoever said that in the chat room, she looks like she has a dozen cats. And she looks like when in 40 years, like when she old, she gonna be that old cat lady at the house at the end of the block that all the other kids are scared of walking past her house. Cause all she do is sit in the window and look outside and tell all the kids to hush up. Hush up, making all that noise outside. Hush up, I'm trying to sleep. Bitch, it's 3 o'clock. I don't care. Hush up, I'm trying to sleep.
We gotta get real bottom line focus right now.
Focused on what? Look, and there go the crazy bitch look again. There you go. There you go. Get bottom line focused on what? If you already know who you're going to vote for, what you need to focus on? Just show up November 3rd and put their name in the fucking bubble and keep pushing. The only thing to focus on is the real information, the political history, a politician's voting history, a politician's record. That's the only thing to get serious about when it's time to vote. She look like she lynches hamsters. She spends her free time tying hamster nooses. And they be like, come here, Ben. Come here, Ben. She plays Ben by Michael Jackson. Come here, Ben. Oh no, that's not her voice. She got a deeper voice. Come here, Ben. It's just a rope, Ben. It's just a rope. Yeah, Ben. This. I'm speaking in her voice. Now her voice is a little more raspy, like Red Fox. Hey, Ben. Ben, come on over here. Ugh. That's how she gonna talk. She gonna talk like Harriet Winslow when she get older. Ooh, come on over here, Ben. And then she be lynching hamsters. She like that level of crazy.
We can't have detracting. We can't have shading. We can't have, but I want it. That ain't it. Everybody gotta get on board.
Crazy bitch. Look at the look. Look at the look. Nigga, if you hit that, you deserve the next 5 years of stalking you gonna get. That's a spooky bitch. I'm not talking to all black women. Because I've noticed this. Black women with their heads on straight, they don't like Amanda Seales. And the few that do like her, they just like her from the show that she on. They don't really look at what she says outside of her entertainment sphere. I know a few black women with their heads on straight that kind of fuck with Amanda Seales because they like the shows that she's on. I ain't talking about y'all either. I'm talking about people who actually pay attention to what she does and be like, yeah, she's right. Bitch, you crazy too. And excuse my words, I don't call women bitches. That is not my style. But I do apply the label appropriately when I see it. Man, all I know is if Amanda Seales ever came to my house or a property that I owned, when she leaves, I'm saging that shit down. I'm burning sage, incense. Nigga, I'm burning Palo Santo. Clear all evil spirits out of my dwelling, oh Lord. You right, Novi? TK, all skin folks ain't your kin folks. So that's Amanda Seales last summer when the black grassroots, when those of us who have black society's interests at best heart, not our next acting gig, when those of us who've had our head on straight were exposing Kamala Harris's record and explaining why she's going to be dangerous to black people, Crazy Eyes over here was telling us that we need to basically stand down. So that brings us to this video that she did last week on Instagram. Oh, it took me to a different page. No, I don't want to watch it on Instagram. I want to watch it here. Damn it, I have the video queued for y'all. Now this motherfucker want to take me out.
I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
Okay, so everybody on some bullshit. Cool.
More crazy bitch.
Cool.
Come on now. Is niggas really taking this serious? Well, let me shut the fuck up and let y'all watch the whole video, then I'm gonna come back.
That was dumb and embarrassing. And she embarrassed everybody who has supported her.
I don't think
She
America
called it
is
dumb
a
and
racist
embarrassing.
country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
Okay, so everybody on some bullshit. Cool.
Nigga. What's embarrassing is this. What's embarrassing, Amanda Seales, is you thinking you speak for black people. After we told you Kamala Harris don't claim black, she only claims black when it's politically advantageous, but outside of election cycles when needing black votes, nothing about Kamala is black. We told you Kamala Harris said it herself. If you think I'm going to do anything for black people, no. But you see her doing things specifically for Indians right now. I like this comment from Willie D on the side. I'm just saying this Willie D's comment. We sick, boss. See, black women, when brothers use the B word, we ain't talking about y'all. We talking about specific ones. Well, some dudes do. For me personally, I don't like calling women in general the B word. I don't. I call specific men and women that. Because there's a lot of dudes out there that's bitches too. There's a lot of bitch ass dudes out there too. And they get it when it's their time to get it. Like Roland Martin. Roland Martin's a bitch. Flat out. Rolo Martin is a bitch. That's why he got ran off the block in North Carolina a couple weeks ago, last week. He tried to show up in North Carolina thinking he gonna speak for the streets. And the streets was like, nigga, we don't like the way you talk about us. Get the fuck out of here.
Cool. That was dumb and embarrassing. And she embarrassed everybody who has supported her.
As you
I don't
should
think America
be
is a racist country.
embarrassed. As you should be embarrassed. Because the people told you what was going on. The people told you what was going to happen. You told us to stand up, to stand down. You told us to be quiet. Now you're embarrassed. When are people going to say thank you to the Hoteps, quote unquote? Hey, Hoteps, you were right. I'm sorry for calling you Hoteps. You were just using history to point out issues going on today, Hoteps. I'm sorry. Has anyone said I'm sorry? Huh? Has anyone said, oh, you conscious black people, you red, black, and green people, you black folks that only want black folks' best interest at heart? Oh, man, maybe you were probably right when you said Kamala Harris isn't black. Because we said that on Twitter. Like, for me, I can't speak for everybody, but look, people got to understand there are levels to this thing. There are levels. You can be genetically black and mentally white. What's up, CT Reed in the chat? You can be genetically black, but ideologically, culturally, something else. Kamala Harris, because of her dad's blood, is genetically black. Because of her father's blood. But culturally, and culture is where it matters. Looks don't matter. Looks are superficial. That's why I be clowning on people who are all into looks. Look this way, look that way, dress this way. Looks are the surface level. When are you superficial motherfuckers gonna realize that you can't judge a book by its cover? Looks are deceiving. You have to get beneath the surface. You can't go by people's looks. Looks will deceive you every time. You have to look deeper. Kamala Harris's culture, and culture informs your decisions. This isn't me talking. This is anthropology. This is science. The soft science of cultural anthropology. Don't listen to me. Go pick up any cultural anthropology book. Go pick up any sociology book. Culture informs decisions, not skin tone, not your sorority, not your title, not your campaign promises. Culture. Kamala Harris's mom is from India. She's a Brahmin. The Brahmin Indians have practiced genocide and extreme racism towards the untouchables and the Dravidians in India. The Brahmins have been practicing racism towards the Dravidians for over 400 years. Kamala Harris's grandfather was equivalent to Secretary of State in India. India, like any other government on this earth, including the United States, in order for you to get high up in the government, you have to enforce the long-standing government agenda that existed before you got there and will exist long after you leave. That's why you've never had anyone high up in office in the United States do anything about racism. Well, no different with Kamala Harris's grandfather. He was third in command of a nation that had racism before the United States had racism. Kamala Harris's father is a coolie. Her grandparents owned slaves in Jamaica. The Coolies, the Browns in Jamaica, damn shame they share my last name. Shit. But the Coolies and the Browns are the ones that practice extreme racism on the darker skinned Jamaicans. So Kamala Harris comes from a mother and a father that has actively practiced racism on the dark-skinned people of their home countries before they came to the United States. Appreciate you, Lamont Griffin, for the Cash App. Thank you for the Cash App. Her parents come from cultures that practice anti-black racism. Kamala Harris came to the United States, and I did a whole breakdown on this for anyone who's seen my past shows. I've done a full breakdown on this. I'm just going back to it to let you know I'm not just woofing. To let you know I'm not just hating on Kamala Harris because of how she looks in Black Girl Magic. No, I'm talking anthropology, nigga. Kamala Harris has two parents that come from cultures that practice anti-black racism. And what did she do when they first came to the United States? When her parents had her and her sister as anchor babies to stay here? Yes, Kamala Harris is an anchor baby. Yes, she is. And I don't mince words when I say that. She's an anchor baby. Her parents allowed to have citizenship because of the amendments that passed for black people in slavery. If you were born a slave, if you're born in the United States, then I guess you were a citizen. That's what the law that these anchor babies have taken advantage of. So because Kamala was born here, that anchored both of her parents here, gave them permanent stay. They put Kamala Harris, you remember when she talks about going to elementary school, She talks about being one of the first to desegregate the schools. So what does that tell you through action? That tells you her parents said, yeah, you're in this black neighborhood, but you're not going to go to school around these niggas. We're sending you to where the white people go to school. You don't judge people by their words, you judge them by their actions. The first thing her parents did when she was put into school was say, hell no, you're not going to be around them niggas. We are going to bus you to a white neighborhood to go to school. Again, this is Kamala Harris's culture. I appreciate the Cash App Legion of Knicks podcast. I appreciate that. This is her culture. Her culture said, let's come here. Let's capitalize off the laws that these black people created that allows us to stay here. And let's send you to a white school. And then when she got into middle school and high school, they moved to Canada. So nowhere in Kamala Harris's upbringing, and mind you, children have their point of view on the world by the age of 8. That's why the Jesuits say, give me your child from 0 to 8, and you'll have a Catholic the rest of your life. What gets put into your head from 0 to 8 become the subconscious decisions that guide the remainder of your life, unless you go to serious therapy to reprogram yourself. But outside of going to serious years of therapy and to reprogram yourself, whatever points of views you have by the age of 8, however your perspective is on 8, is going to be the perspective on how you make decisions the remainder of your life. Basically, it doesn't matter what college you went to. You could have gone to an HBCU for undergrad, graduate school, PhD. Hell, you could have stayed there and taught at an HBCU. But if white is right and black is wrong, been put into your head from that tender age of 0 to 8, that's how you think. Because like I said before, we know this. Remember, 90% of thought is subconscious. Your subconscious controls 90% of your activity. They always tell you the brain is only 10% works, and 10% is for the people whose minds are already open. For a lot of people only using 3 to 5% of their brain. So if you're only using 3 to 5% of your brain, that means 97 to 95% of your brain activity is subconscious. Think about that for a second. That's how you get an accurate depiction of what a person thinks, how they act. Simone Sanders, her parents were heavy into politics. That's how she got a job so young. Her parents taught her to think Democrat first, not black first, Democrat first. Amanda Seales, for as smart as she is, for as many college degrees as she says she has, wasn't smart enough to follow a very basic principle of cultural anthropology. Let me tell you this. When I tell you about the culture part, this is what they teach you before your first quiz in cultural anthropology. You learn this shit before your first major test. This ain't even deep into anthropology. You take cultural anthropology 101, introductory course to cultural anthropology, 101, 201, or 301, depending on whichever level you're on. Because some places don't teach this on a 101 level. They wait till you get to the 3 level to start teaching this. But whatever your first cultural anthropology class is you take, they're going to teach you. You judge a person's culture by observation. And by looking at you judge a person by looking at the culture in which they come from, not the skin on their body. The skin is just an epidermis. The skin does nothing to inform how you think. Your subconscious mind informs how you think. And your subconscious mind is rooted in your upbringing, particularly ages 0 to 8. In particular. If you think I'm lying, check me out. Go educate yourself and come back and tell me, oh, Dwan, I'm sorry for thinking you were bullshitting me. I went and further educated myself by a white person and they said what you said. Do that if you think I'm bullshitting. Because we know out there, we know it's too many black people out there. When a black person has the information, you niggas want to turn it into Dick Tracy. Y'all want to turn it into the biggest investigators on earth. Now all of a sudden you ain't cracked open a book in 17 years. Ain't cracked open a book since you failed your last quiz in the 12th grade. Black person say something, now all of a sudden you're a Rhodes Scholar. So I encourage people who think like that, who cannot trust what a black man says, and you have to go ahead and look it up yourself. Look me up, nigga. Just make sure to come back to me when you finish looking me up to tell me I was right. I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm telling you to understand how the brain works, how the mind works. And once you understand how the brain, how the mind works, you can then apply your knowledge to what you see happening in front of you. That's the point of education. See, school taught you to educate yourself to pass a test. Fuck a test. You educate yourself to apply that education and observe in what you see in your day-to-day lives. You apply the education to help you avoid pitfalls in lives. Fuck a grade. Fuck a degree. Hell, as a matter of fact, I had to call my mama this week to find where my degree was. Because on my website, I know people like degrees and shit. So I'm still building my breakthrough website because I do communication coaching. It was like my business coach told me to put my degree on my site. And also this book, interesting read for people out there who want to start a business, or you have an idea that you want to cultivate, develop, and grow. Buy this book called Building a Story Brand. One more time. Again, this is off subject. I'm gonna get back to my subject, but y'all know me. I like passing out information whenever it comes to me. So it's coming to me right now. I'm pulling up the book cover right now so you guys can see it. Building a Story Brand. This, excuse me, shit. This is a great book for those of you who want to go into business, or you at least have a business idea that you want to bring to fruition. God damn it. That's not what I wanted. Excuse me. Let me get a better picture of this book. Here we go. Building a Story Brand is by the author Donald Miller. In this book, it tells you how to clarify your message so your customers can listen. It's a book that you read not only once, you kind of read it as you're building your brand, building your business. It's something that I've read, and when it comes to my business and when it comes to what I do, things got a lot better and a lot more clear for me once I read this book. So this book told me to put my college degree on my website, and so did my business coach down at the SBDC. Another tidbit of information. For those of you out there living in the United States, salute to my international people. I got people from Canada, people from Nigeria that said they hit me. I got somebody from New Zealand that said they listen to me. Goddamn, New Zealand, thank you for listening. But for those of you in the United States of America, your city, your state has an SBDC, Small Business Development Center. And in that Small Business Development Center, you have established people in business that coach you on how to build your business, how to grow your business. And they have different seminars. Even now with the COVID going on, they do things online remotely. They have all kinds of webinars where they teach you different things on how to build your business. So if you're a person that's getting into business or you're already in business and want to get better at it, enroll in your local SBDC, Small Business Development Center. They will help you cultivate your business. And get this book right here, Building a Story Brand. But I digress. But my digression is to give y'all some game. And I've used this is all shit that I've used. So I'm telling you this because I've used it and applied it, and it's worked for me. So not only do I want you to buy my book, because my book is going to help you find your goal. No time to waste. My book is going to, first of all, help you find your goal and find out who you are and what business and what direction to go to in business. That's what my book is going to show you. Oh, wrong one. I'm on the wrong picture. Here we go. I'm on the wrong picture. Let me take this down. Here we go. This is my book, No Time to Waste. Get this shit too. This book is going to teach you how to find your goal and how to find your purpose. And once you find your goal and once you find your purpose, once you know what direction you want to go in, enroll in a local SBDC and buy this book by Donna Miller, Building a Story Brand. Advice and information for those of you listening. I appreciate y'all. And those of you who took my course, my webinar is still up for sale on my website. Go to my website and it's in the description box. Download the webinar. It gives you bonus materials to go alongside the book, in addition to the book, to help you go along and read the book a lot easier. But yeah. So yeah, I said all to say, I don't give a fuck about my college degree. I didn't even know where that shit was. The last time I saw my college degree was when I still lived with my parents. I had the degree in like the little case that it comes in. I had my instant tray sitting on top of that motherfucker. My mom took it and was like, this is your degree. You worked hard for that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Of course, I didn't tell my mama I don't give a fuck. I don't talk to moms that way. But in my head, I'm thinking, I don't give a fuck about that degree. So my mom took it and put it in one of her file cabinets, never to be seen by me again. I had to call my mom last week to find my degree so I could take a picture of it to put it on my website, because that's what my business coach and that's what Building a Story Brand told me to do. Hey, yeah, Davey Lee, appreciate that, Star. Appreciate it. She said the webinar was excellent. Davey Lee, read with my brother Goldie just wrote back to you. Cash App on the screen, cuh. Oh yeah, real talk, Legion of Knicks. Salute to you, CT on Craig Facts. Craig Facts, CT Reed be holding it down in the chat room on Craig Facts. They don't have that many moderators on that show, so CT be holding it down. Salute to you, CT. Salute. Harvey Wolf said, how much for my degree? You'll buy it for $50. Nah, $50, man, come on now. That's double the cost of your mama. You gonna pay that much? Two niggas can get your mama for 50, nigga. I'm just fucking with you. Fuck with me, I'll fuck with you back. You dig? It's all good, Davey Lee. It's all good. But yeah, we talking about Bootlick Remorse. I don't know if y'all noticed this on your social media site, but it's definitely on my Facebook page. Remember this time last year, you had a whole bunch of people on the Amanda Seales side of the game saying, vote for a black woman. All you black men need to shut up. You angry black women, y'all just hating on Kamala. Kamala is here for us. She got our back. Question. Have you seen these people on social media lately? Where they been? Like they been quiet as hell on social media lately. I looked up, it was a couple brothers who I thought we was cool. These grown ass men deleted me off Facebook because of what I was saying about you can't trust these frat niggas. I know you with a frat, but damn, you know I'm telling the truth. That's probably why you deleted me off Facebook. But for the ones who didn't delete, these motherfuckers have been very, 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 very quiet. Huh? Hey, Royalty Supreme, you probably right. You'll see him at the midterms. You'll see these people at the midterms acting like these last couple months didn't happen. We seeing the Bootlicks get very, very, very quiet now. I appreciate the Cash App, D. Lee. I appreciate it. Whatever amount y'all got, I appreciate it. Because like I said, I put this right back into the show. I appreciate the Cash App. But you saw these people getting very bold, telling us in this chat room and people like us to be quiet. We've seen this. And now they don't have the character to say, damn, I fucked up. I know a couple brothers. There have been a couple people on my page who have come to say, you know, man, I didn't know. I should listen. I've had a couple, but everyone else has been pretty quiet. Hopefully, Simone, E.J. Johnson Sanders, and that man named Seals expressing their remorse gets more of the people who voted blue no matter who to express their remorse. And when they express their remorse, feel free to laugh, enjoy the moment. That's real talk, Harvey. Harvey Wolf. They have too much personality invested in their egos and won't allow them to say much. You're right. Amanda surprised me too to say that she was disappointed. That surprised me too. I still see her the same. Amanda Seals looks like she used to dissect cats when she was 11. Like she would get a cat and feed it rat poison and then dissect it when her parents weren't around in the backyard or the basement. That's how she looks. Them crazy ass eyes. Simone Sanders tackled somebody for Joe Biden. That goes in to show you how they think about us black people. Let's think about this for a second. No matter how hard you support the dominant society, down to the point of you physically using your body to guard a man. Now, let's just take this back to genetics. Simone Sanders is a woman. And she's not a security guard. She's not a Secret Service agent. She's not a police officer. She still used her body to shield a grown man. And what's the thanks? What thanks did she get? Simone Sanders is also the person that will go into the Breakfast Club, go on to all these black platforms that Joe Biden refused to go on, and be Joe Biden's mouthpiece. Simone Sanders convinced the people, all those people in Georgia, Michigan that went out and voted for Joe Biden. It was Simone Sanders' mouthpiece that spoke for Joe Biden, because we saw it ourselves. Joe Biden didn't speak directly to us, and when he did, he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It was Simone Sanders doing the cleanup for Joe Biden when he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. She put in more work for anybody in the Biden administration to spin and make him look palatable to black people to vote for her. One thing I will not take away is the work that she put in. Yeah, I'm cracking jokes, but Simone Sanders did a great job as far as what her job description was. I don't have to like the fact that I don't like the fact that she did it. I don't like the fact that she stomped for Joe Biden and lied for Joe Biden to black people. But I don't have to like it. It's not about what I like or dislike. The woman did a good job. For what Simone Sanders was assigned to do, she did a great job with her assignment. But when it came time to be rewarded for the job that she did, she got pawned off on Kamala. Oh yeah. Thank you, Simone. Now go work with the vice president in the most meaningless press secretary job there is out there, because the vice president really ain't got much to say. The world don't give a fuck about what the vice president got to say, because the vice president is a very powerless position in a lot of ways. No one gives a fuck. Joe said, go to the job that nobody gives a fuck about so the world can forget who you are. Come on over here, white girl, who didn't do half the work that you did to get the job. As a matter of fact, Simone Sanders, since you look like a trans, I'm going to be the first president to hire America's first openly trans person into the White House. I'm gonna get the real thing. Simone, you just look like a trans with that Caribbean hairline. No disrespect to the Caribbeans. Please, no disrespect to y'all. I know y'all don't like her either. But y'all hairlines do be kind of fucked up though. It's just jokes. That's what Kamala Harris did. Being a professional white ass kisser will never get you to the top levels you want to get to. You'll get some jobs, and you'll get paid pretty well while you have the position. But it ain't long standing, and you're not appreciated. What's up, Kermit? What's up, David? What's up, the people in the chat room? Thank y'all for joining the chat. What's up, Herb Saint? Yeah, hit the like button. Being a professional white ass kisser never pays in the long run. It pays you some good butter biscuits in the short term, but in the long run, it doesn't hurt, and it's just going to lead to a world of heartbreak. They're never going to get you what you think you deserve. They're never going to give you an equitable amount relative to the contributions that you put in. Your return is never going to be equitable to your contribution. As a black person speaking for white society, that'll never happen. That's right, Royalty Supreme. White supremacy breaks their tools when they're done with them. And when Kamala Harris is done, Simone's probably done too. She'll get some local jobs. She'll be a correspondent for a little while on MSNBC. But she ain't going far. She doesn't have a political future at all. When the dominant society is done supporting Amanda Seales' career, she's done. The streets don't really fuck with her like that. She'll still do comedy shows in local comedy clubs because that's how the comedy club scene works. Once you get on TV, you'll always get work in the comedy club scene. But her own people don't even like her. But she says that she wants to speak for black people. And that's how you lead us? You said you speak for black people? And you led black people to Kamala Harris? Nigga? What? Herb Saint says Simone will have a food truck outside the White House. Yeah, we got to turn our backs on these people. We got to delegitimize them. That's our job. It's our job to delegitimize people who speak against our best interests for personal gain. We have to delegitimize these people. That's our job. Because the dominant society is going to keep pushing these people in our face. That's right, Unsunken One. Judas Goats. But yeah. That's basically what I wanted to say regarding this topic. I have another topic I want to get into, but I don't know if I'm going to do it now, or I think I might just do a live Q&A tomorrow or later tonight on my other subject. Because I want to make this its own subject. I was going to talk about, I can start on it now, but then finish it on my Q&A the next time I go live. So yeah, look out for my next live Q&A. I want y'all to, right now I'm just going to kind of bring it up and I'm going to introduce it, then we're going to talk about it later. I was randomly thinking about the cultural impact of Jay Z and Beyonce's music. If they're, I'm warning right now before y'all go hitting thumbs down. If you're a Jay Z stan or a Beehive, you probably won't like what I have to say. Just giving you a warning. But what I'm saying is coming from a place of love for the greater black society. What I'm saying is coming from being someone in love with music. I love music more than I love any individual. I love black people more than I love any individual. But my question was, you said Raven Smith said, keep up the late night weekend streaming. You enjoy it? I will. I'll keep that up. Has Jay Z and Beyonce written any music that culturally moved black people to stand up to the oppression that we face? Let me clarify why I asked that question. Because these are two artists that are often put on pedestals as greats. But I like to get below the surface and go deeper. And do they really belong there? Somebody please ban Tiny Tim. It looks like a white troll that doesn't belong in black spaces. Please, moderators, ban Tiny Tim. We don't interact with white supremacists here who try to speak in blackface. That's not how we get down. We don't even entertain them. We just block them and we keep pushing. The reason why I brought this up, because when we look at our great artists of all time, we can point to music they created that moved the greater black society forward. Whether that be Billie Holiday when she sang Strange Fruit in 1937. That was the song. Thank you, Star. That was the song. Oh, I got my first thumbs down. Must have been Tiny Tim, whatever. Strange Fruit was a song that spurred the civil rights movement. Emmett Till was a straw that broke the camel's back in 1955. But in 1937, when Billie Holiday sang Strange Fruit, it brought attention to lynching. It was the fuel behind Ida B. Wells and her writing on lynching in America. Long after Billie Holiday is gone, Strange Fruit is still here. Davey Lee, that's not the point. See, this is the thing. When you get talking about Jay Z and Beyonce, and I'm not talking bad about you, Davey Lee, but I'm about to use you as an example. This ain't personal. We get these kind of responses all the time. Jay Z is fire, though. That ain't the point. That's not the point. There's a lot of fire artists. Fire ain't the point. Black Thought is fire. There's a lot of fire people. That's not the point. I'm talking cultural impact on the greater good of black society. As an artist, I'm an artist. Part of our jobs is to reflect the times that we're in. These last 10 years, I don't know if you guys understand, but these last 10 years have been more pressure on black people than even during the first civil rights movement. What music do we have to push us along? What music do we have to reflect that? When I did my breakdown of Dr. Martin Luther King, I pointed out how MLK talked about how Aretha Franklin's music, in his own words, pushed him to keep going. Respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Tell me what it means to me. You better, it was one of her songs, her song, Think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Think. Let your mind go. Let yourself be free. What would the civil rights movement have been without Aretha Franklin? Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? Yeah, I like to party. Yeah, Marvin Gaye was the best when it came to making music. But he took a whole album and said, okay, I got to sit the love-making music down because my people are struggling. My people are struggling. What the fuck is going on? We could talk about sex on my next album. I Want You. That was the next album. But on this album, we're going to reflect what my people are going through. You right, Star. Otis Redding. James Brown. Say It Loud. I'm Black and I'm Proud. James Brown said, people, we got to get over before we go under. Mind you, James Brown, you want to talk about pop dance music? James Brown invented modern dance music. Any music you dancing to right now in 2021 comes from the James Brown one. When James Brown put the accent on the one, he invented the basis for hip hop in that moment in 1968, 67. James Brown is the epitome of party music. But when black people were struggling, after civil rights legislation was signed, still, he said, people, we got to get over before we go under. Go look up the song Funky President. James Brown said, we got to put up the factory and own the job. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. To me, that's the greatest album ever written. The song talked about humanity and where we were. Love's in need of love today. So you can't tell me you can't write a hit and still talk about what's going on. Stevie Wonder did a whole career of that. Songs in the Key of Life is still selling today. Tupac, NWA, Ice Cube, Nas, KRS-One, Kendrick Lamar, Gil Scott-Heron, you're right. Bob Marley. See, there's a tradition in black music that takes time out to speak to the condition of our people and use a good rhythm and beat behind that so you listen. That's a tradition of black music. Public Enemy. Hell, even Smokey Robinson wrote some music to stand up to what was going on. Here we are, post 2000, post 2012, because we all know since black people have always dealt with racism, but I can give you a pass if you weren't talking about it too much from 2000 2012. But we all saw what happened with Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin was a lightning rod moment for us. It's the same way Emmett Till was in 1955. Black people woke up. And we've been facing hell ever since. Killed by the police that we pay taxes to. While the same police departments we pay taxes to ain't finding the killers of people who are killing other black people in the neighborhood. Because that's one misnomer. They always say, what about black on black crime? God damn it, we pay detectives to find those fucking criminals. What about those fucking detectives ain't no black people co-signing black on black crime. If a black person kill another black person, we want them motherfuckers to go to jail too. But the police officers we pay taxes to find these criminals, they never seem to find the black folks that's killing other black people. Oh, they'll find your black ass if you're doing some EDD scam, some low-level crime. They'll find your black ass if you live in one neighborhood but sending your kid to a school in a white neighborhood. Oh yeah, your black ass don't go to jail for that. They'll find you if you're doing some petty-ass drugs. And they'll put you in jail for that. But how often do they find the people who kill the people in our neighborhoods? Black society's going through hell right now. And the two artists that black people give the most attention to and love to don't have the decency and respect to write an album, to write some music that speaks to that. I know Jay Z put out 444 and I heard it. And when it came out, niggas was like, okay, this is lame. Okay, sounds as if you're capitalizing on the woke movement, quote unquote, than anything else. You basically still bragging about your money and what you got and how you better than the rest of us niggas, even on that album. And then he does a new song with what's that song he did with DJ Khaled and Nas? I got a 1B. That's 2 B's and another B. Beyond, nigga, your people are hurting right now, and all you can talk about is your billions? Nigga, what? This is what I'm talking about. Oh, shouts out to Butter Love in the chat room. Happy birthdays. Butter Love's birthday. Happy birthday. We are in a society where our people are struggling. And the artists that niggas brag about, man, I heard somebody hit me up. Somebody hit me up when I put this post up on Instagram. Someone hit me up, was like, but Jay Z got foundations though. Jay Z, he said Jay Z the first rapper to have a president's phone number. What good is it having the president's phone number if all you're gonna talk about is how much money you got? Obviously not giving a fuck about your people. What good is all of this billions and access if it's not helping the greater black society? And let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something else about this. The whole, I'm gonna do another. Matter of fact, this again. I'm gonna do a full show on both of these topics. The other show I'm going to do a full topic on, if I don't do it in the next week, please remind me, is the whole charity hustle. Charity is a hustle, nigga. Do y'all know that? A private foundation only has to put out 5% of what it brings in to whatever charity it dedicates to, 10%. The rest of that shit's yours. A public 501(c)(3) only has to put out a small percentage of what it brings in. The rest of that's yours. The whole point of a charity, of a foundation, is for wealthy people to wash their money. That's all it is. They deceive you through charity and trust and foundations. We see this all the time. Do you know that the nonprofits that are in control of overfishing the seas were set up by the corporations that overfish the seas? Did you know that? They set up a charity, and the profits that they make, they donate to that charity so they don't have to pay that in taxes. They spend 5% of that on studies on how to save the ocean and how the ocean needs to get saved. And they put out documentaries and they put them on Netflix about we need to stop killing the whales. And people say, that foundation does so much good. Well, nigga, they're the ones causing the problem. How wealthy people work? Okay, I just made $3 billion this year. I don't want to pay taxes. So I'm going to spread this money and I'm going to put $100 million in your charity, $100 million in this charity. And the same when you make your $3-4 billion, you're going to put $100 million in my charity. And once the money's put into that charity, We're going to live off that money through quote unquote expenses. Jay Z's no different. Look, I told you I've been in these rooms with these agents, with these publicists. The minute you get a nice big profile, the first thing you do is create a charity. And you donate the amount of money to that charity that's going to keep you from paying taxes. You spend, to the average person, hearing Jay Z or Beyonce donate $100,000 to an HBCU, not understanding that 20-30 million was put into there, was generated off of that, and it makes you look good, and it goes to causes that do nothing to lift the greater society. The same way cancer research does nothing to cure cancer. You can donate all you want to the Pink Ribbon Breast Cancer Society. Matter of fact, this whole pink ribbon breast cancer thing, that's a charity that's created by the medical industry. They've taken in billions upon billions upon billions upon billions, donated a fraction of that back to research. March of Dimes, same thing. Red Cross, same thing. It's a hustle. So you don't get to tell me, oh man, this person did something through their charity. Nigga, learn how charities operate. And then come back and report to me what you think. Don't listen to me. Just fucking learn how charities work. That's right, Josh. That's why I don't round up I ain't rounding up the tip shit at these restaurants. These charities take that money. Do you know your charity is what's paying for, when you see these private jets flying around, guess what's paying for the gas, the fuel for that private jet? It costs about, if you own forget the $10 million you spent on, or the $5 million you spent on your private jet. Forget that. Forget your $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year you got to spend in letting your plane sit in the hangar fees. Forget that. Once you've already spent your $5 million on your jet and your $200,000 a year in hangar fees and another $150,000 a year in yearly maintenance, it costs you about 30 grand to fly your jet from LA to New York. That's FAA fees. That's airport. Once you fly to a different city, you got to then pay that airport. You know, same thing way you pay for parking, same way you pay storage fees, the parking fee. You got to pay a fee for your plane to sit somewhere in the airport till you fly back. You got to pay a pilot. You got to buy gas. It costs about 30 grand just for one flight, LA to New York. Who pays for that? Well, usually since I own a foundation or own a charity, that money you donated to that charity, this is an expense because I'm flying from LA to New York on behalf of my charity. So that 30 grand between gas, pilot fees, and all that stuff, that's all paid for by my charity that you donated to, thinking you're donating to HBCUs. You're thinking the money's going to cancer research. You think the money is going to whatever. It's a hustle. Niggas gotta stop allowing these people to hustle us all day. Magnetic is that buggy? Yeah, 50 grand. You're right. You're right. It easily costs 50 grand to make that flight. I'm being conservative with my number. Trace Richardson, I know that there are planes that go for 20, 30 million. There are also planes that go for 2 and 3 million. I'm I'm giving you conservative numbers. I'm not saying the most expensive jet. You can get a Cessna single pilot driven jet for about $4.5 million. I know airplanes too. I used to want to be a pilot when I was a kid. Yes, you can buy a jet for $30 million. And a lot of them do buy jets for $30 million. I'm talking about your entry-level jets. I'm giving you conservative numbers. But yes, you can get a Cessna Citation Mustang for under $5 million. Again, this is just me being very conservative. The numbers get a lot larger than this. So yeah, we can't allow these people to hustle us in the name of charity. And we got to stop allowing these people with blue checks, these people that we quote unquote love, to play us. I asked that question about Beyonce and Jay Z because you can tell how much people care about you by how they treat you. This is universal law. This is universal law. You judge people and you tell how they feel about you by how they treat you. Kamala Harris has never treated black people right. Y'all know my story about being someone who I donated to Kamala Harris's campaign when she ran for state attorney general back in 2009, before I knew better. But I studied her record after that, because once I donated my little bullshit $50, that made me start paying attention to what she did. And I saw, oh, she don't treat us right. She don't like us. She throws black women in jail for not going to school on time. Oh, Joe Biden don't like us. He wrote the 94 crime bill. He wrote the Truth in Sentencing Act, giving states $12 billion to build more prisons. He don't like us. Beyonce shows up for the Grammys, but she never showed up for the BET Awards. Until last year when niggas got on their ass. Michael Jackson, you didn't have to get on Michael Jackson's ass. Michael Jackson and Prince both did the BET Awards. If Michael Jackson did the BET Awards, why can't you? Go back and listen to Michael Jackson's, especially the History CD. And Dangerous, but really History. Michael Jackson was really telling us what it is. They don't really care about us. Michael Jackson put his music career on the line, telling us the truth. He proved he loved us through his music and through his action. When it was time for Michael Jackson to do an interview, he interviewed with Bill Bellamy, a black man, a black comedian at the time on his way up. Bill Bellamy wasn't all the way established when Michael Jackson did his interview with him. Michael Jackson made more money than Jay Z and Beyonce combined. Did Michael Jackson ever brag about how much money he made to us? Did Michael Jackson walk around like he's better than us? Did Michael Jackson act like he couldn't show up in spaces where he knew it would only be us? You judge people by how they treat you. Michael Jackson didn't give, he bought the Beatles catalog. Paul McCartney was his homeboy. He bought the Beatles catalog and said, "Ha, mine now." But here you go, Little Richard. You can have yours back. Here you go, Sly Stone. They stole all that Sly and the Family Stone music. You can have it back. on me. You right, Michael Jackson show Black Comics Love? Jay Z and Beyonce lord above black society. They don't act like they really fuck with us. They basically interact with us, tell us how much better they are than us, and don't have the honor and decency to service black society with a message that can get black society through this bullshit we've been going through these last 10 years. We going through a lot. And one thing we've always had as a people is our music to get us through it. That's the one thing we've always had as a people through our struggles. From gospel in the slave fields. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry you home. Meaning run low. Don't be erect. Bend down and run low. Down by the riverside. We've always had coded messages of freedom. Curtis Mayfield. Those of us who are darker than blue. The Lost Poets. Isaac Hayes. KRS-One. The real KRS-One. Not the Me Too chick. I know y'all. Look. I know y'all get confused between KRS-One and the Me Too lady. I do too. I'm talking about the real KRS-One, the rapper. Not Me Too. Wrote messages that got us through. You right, T. Clay. Unity by the OJs. Family Reunion by the OJs. Rick James, Mr. Policeman. Go back and listen to Rick James. Rick James wasn't all super freak. His music was very militant. That's why, do you know he wore his hair like that? With the braids, the Bantu knots. He said those were Bantu knots because he saw himself as an African warrior when he did his music. Mr. Policeman by Rick James. We Gonna Be All Right, Kendrick Lamar. A coded message of upliftment is a key ingredient to black music. You can't separate the two. Meanwhile, the two artists they want us to celebrate as the best of our generation have given us nothing to get through these hard times. Nothing. That's sad. That's sad. We have to stop supporting those who don't support us. We have to stop supporting those who don't support us. Because if we continue to support those who don't support us, we too will end up like Simone Sanders and Amanda Seales, heartbroken and sad that the people we stood up for didn't stand up for us in return. But just like Simone Sanders and Amanda Seales, we will only have ourselves to blame because we're going for a look and not paying attention to how people treat us. So you can continue to be misled by looks. Or you can look at the substance of what people are doing and let their work speak for itself. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for listening. I'm about to get up out of here. But I want to thank y'all for listening. Get my book, No Time to Waste. And also download the webinar. I'm going to have it in the description box. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to put the links in the description box on my link tree. Get my book. Teach you how to find yourself, find your purpose. And then once you find it, how to then grow it and use it. Get the webinar. The webinar helps you, goes into greater detail within the book. And also have extra bonus materials in the webinar. Get all that. Somebody said Tamika Mallory's a fine ass snake. You right about that. Tamika Mallory's beautiful, but she's a snake like a motherfucker. But yeah, get my book, get my and also, get the merchandise. My John Henry Clark shirt, my Hotep-Ish shirt, Martin Luther King, Scholars, and Reparations Now. Hotepish.com/apparel. Remember this. There are no perfect messengers, only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up game. Don't look at the messenger. Learn the message. There you won't have any goddamn confusion. What's up, Remy? Thank you for joining. I'm about to get off right now, Remy. Thank you for joining, but catch the replay. And go ahead and make a comment after the video. Put in y'all comments in the video after it's over with. Let me know what you think. Drop your opinions in the comments. My name is Dwan B. Oh, yeah, also one more thing. My live drum sample packs are on, and they'll be in my link tree. Put in the promo code FUNK1 for a 20% discount. FUNK1. If you're a producer out there, you want some beats, put in my promo code FUNK1 and get 20% off my live drum sample packs. My name is Dwan B. I'm out.